Rob and I have Josh Warner on the phone calling from California. Josh, thank you for calling into the show tonight.
Hi, Jen, and hi, Rob.
Hi, how you doing, Josh? You know what? It's an absolute pleasure to talk to you and an honor to talk to you. We really appreciate you carving some time out of your schedule to enlighten our listeners and our viewers of exactly what the feed company is all about and what you're out there doing.
Because you kind of think the feed company has something to do with food, but it's a different type of way you're getting the message out.
It's a different kind of feed.
Yeah, that's right. That's true. Many people think we're a feed bag company. They think we make grain for horses, but that's not what we do. We're actually an online video marketing company, and we work mostly with viral videos that we put out on the web for brand advertisers like Samsung, Microsoft, Ray-Ban, Warner Brothers, and other major brands.
Well, so is viral video a myth then? If you're out there putting it on the internet for these companies?
Well, viral is the term that everybody uses. We actually prefer the term social video because it's actually about getting video talked about in the social video networks like YouTube, MySpace Video, Dailymotion, iFilm, Rever, and other places. It's about getting into social communities that are online where all the kids are hanging out and say, hey, there's this new video, come and check it out. And often the brand message is a little bit submerged in these videos. We did a very, very successful campaign with Ray-Ban on their current Never Hide campaign, and the video, one of the videos really took off. It ended up getting 13 million views worldwide.
Wow.
And being featured on ABC, the BBC, NBC, CNN, and other media outlets. But the video itself was two guys throwing sunglasses at each other's face from increasing distances. So you had a guy throw sunglasses at his buddy, and it landed perfectly on his face across a room. Then it was from a bridge overpass, landing perfectly on his buddy's face. Then from a moving car, it got increasingly weirder and more difficult, but the sunglasses landed perfectly every time. And the only branding for Ray-Ban on that particular film was in the dusted-out window of his buddy's car. You saw the brand name campaign, Never Hide, which was the Ray-Ban ad campaign brand message. So it's really subtle sometimes the way the brand gets worked into these spots, but they aren't commercials. They're films or videos made especially for the internet. That's mostly what we deal with. And we try to treat that as entertainment content, and then we upload it to different sites and go out and market it through word of mouth and through our network of referrers online, reaching out to blogs, going to the video share sites directly with the editors that we know there, and getting people to pay attention.
Josh, you know, the Ray-Ban thing, I mean, unless you live under a rock, you know about the Ray-Ban phenomenon that you guys created. I know that in specific cases, how does it work with you guys? Are you just the aggregator, or are you actually the producers of some of the work and the creators of the concepts?
Well, we work with some of the most creative ad agencies in the country, and they come to us most often with finished work.
Okay.
So they'll say, Feed Company, we've just shot these amazing films. In the case of Ray-Ban, they went out and commissioned 7 different film directors and asked them to go out and just shoot video, and all they had to do with their treatments is to make sure that the Ray-Ban sunglasses were featured somewhere in the spot. And that was pretty much the only parameters that they had. So these very creative directors came back with all sorts of different films, and at that point, we would deliver the films and said, okay, Feed Company, go do your business.
Well, Josh, I have 2 questions for you. Shooting productions for web, obviously it's much different than shooting it for broadcast, and maybe costs that are associated with it. And my second question is, are there any risks in what you're doing for your clients?
Okay. First question, Yes, it's definitely different shooting for viral than it is shooting for broadcast.
Because you don't need to shoot on film, or it's going to be on the internet.
Yeah, exactly. And usually the budgets are a lot smaller. But it's funny, now that viral is taking off, you have a lot of advertising agencies spending a lot of money to look like they're not spending a lot of money. It's quite,
about the appearance of it all.
Quite humorous how that's working. But as far the second part of the question was the risks involved. Well, the risks, there are definitely risks, but there are ways to avoid the risk. And one of the biggest risks is companies that they're not honest, and you want to be transparent. So if you've created a brand viral and it's sponsored and produced and created on behalf of a brand advertiser, and you try to hide that fact, you can really get called out.
You're going to get bid on that one, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and the users, on YouTube and on some of the other video share sites, they have a platform whereby if they like you, they'll let you know, and they'll share that content with their friends, and then your video clip can become very popular, or they can bash you, and it can be a real disaster.
It can be horrible for them, right?
Right.
Horrible. Yeah, it happened. One instance, it happened with the GM Tahoe truck, and they asked everybody to go up, and take down some video content and do their own commercials of the Tahoe, and and everybody went out and did clips that they uploaded to their YouTube accounts, which were basically like, this is a big gas guzzler, it's ruining the environment. Don't buy one.
Backfire,
yeah,
Josh.
Yeah, and the ones that were most watched were the ones that executed the bashing with finesse, and that didn't work out, very, very well. But for example, one of the great things about successful virals is they do result in a lot of users doing response videos. And by response videos, I mean, in the case of Ray-Ban, over 60 users on YouTube actually created response videos to the catch video. They actually did their own versions, and they uploaded those into their accounts, and they got millions of views on their own.
So it's kind of a snowball effect. If it's a good thing, it's a good thing. If it's a bad thing, it's really going to be bad then.
Janet, exactly. That's
Josh,
exactly how it works.
Josh, we could probably talk for another half hour, but let us get some information about the feed company and how we can get some contact information, your URL, and then we're going to have to say goodnight and let you get on with your day.
That's terrific. Well, the URL of Feed Company is feedcompany.com, FeedCompany.com, feedcompany.com. And we're out in Los Angeles, and we're doing work for a bunch of different major brand advertisers. And so if there's some advertisers looking to do some cool stuff, we're available to help them get it out on the web and seen.
All right, Josh. Thank you very much. We want to do a longer segment with you.
Hold on a second, Josh.
Thank you,
loved
Janet.
it, man.
Thank you,
We're
Rob.
gonna have to have you on pretty soon here. Your next huge success.
Terrific.
Thanks, Josh.